Coming up on Torrance Today. Tomorrow is Election Day. Did you cast your votes? El Camino College celebrates its 75th anniversary with a Diamond Jubilee concert. And Torrance police remind all drivers to keep their hands off their smartphones when behind the wheels. All this and more coming up right now on Torrance Today. Welcome to Torrance Today. I'm Christine Lee. It's 4 p.m. on Monday, June 6th. I hope you had a relaxing first weekend of June. Thank you so much for joining us. Here is our first story. Election Day is tomorrow, and we still have time to make our votes count and our voices heard. During the June 7th California primary election, Torrance residents will vote on a new mayor, council member for districts 1, 3, and 5, the city clerk, and the city treasurer. Residents will also vote on Measure SST, which, if passed, would raise sales tax by a half-cent, generating $18 million a year to provide locally controlled funding in Torrance for local needs. We will have live election coverage tomorrow night right here on City Cable starting at 9 p.m. Our team of reporters will provide updates as the results come in until 11 p.m. You can find all election-related information on the city's website, torranceca.gov/election. El Camino College celebrated its 75th anniversary with a Diamond Jubilee concert this past Friday, featuring lots of great music.
That's what El Camino is about, a place where you can find that purpose, follow that passion, and then take pride in what you have accomplished. So tonight, it is an eclectic concert. What we have done at El Camino, equip people to have careers in the classical world, in opera, and yet we can also equip them to be in the popular world. And what I really feel proud of, that all of us are back after COVID. Now we can say we need each other, we want to be together, and we're delighted to do it in music.
This year's theme was Shining Through the Decades. The concert featured the ECC Symphony Orchestra, concert choir, the Torrance Civic Chorale, and more. Grammy-nominated pianist, composer, and El Camino alumnus David Benoit headlined the concert. And leading up to this event, El Camino students participated in workshops and learned from music industry professionals who shared performance techniques and career insights. What a wonderful way to celebrate a special anniversary. Jefferson Middle School held its Multicultural Day last Friday. Students modeled outfits from different countries and learned about various cultures throughout the school day. Presentations taught the preteens and teens about what makes each country and region unique, and they even played some games that are popular in certain parts of the world, like Kongi or Korean Jacks in South Korea. This year's Multicultural Day theme was Joy to the World, and the students literally brought the entire world to their middle school during this day. Torrance celebrated its 110th birthday over the weekend. Our city's history dates back to 1912. It was actually a privately held city until 1921 when it got incorporated. Many residents came out on Sunday at El Prado Park, where the Torrance Historical Society shared fun facts about the early days of Torrance. After the gathering, lots of activities took place in downtown, including a car show, a street fair, and beer garden at the Depot restaurant. Looks like a fun time. El Camino College will hold its commencement ceremony this Friday. Thousands of students and their proud family members are expected to pack the Murdoch Stadium at 4 p.m. El Camino College graduates who were part of the 2020 and 2021 virtual commencements are welcome to celebrate at this year's in-person ceremony as well if they choose to do so. They just needed to fill out a form. The college recommends graduates arrive between 1 and 2:30 p.m. so they have enough time to park, check in at a health screening kiosk, and walk to the Marseille Auditorium before 3 p.m. They're required to attend an information session there before the graduation ceremony. El Camino grads are also invited to send photos to the school for a chance to be featured on its official social media channels. Here's one feature. Quentin Adams came to El Camino College to prepare for a career in firefighting, and he did exactly that. He also built a support system that helped him along the way and will speak about the importance of community as the 2022 student speaker during the 75th annual commencement ceremony on Friday. Congratulations to Quentin and to every other graduate. Torrance police officers issued 8 citations on Friday while conducting a distracted driving enforcement operation. They focused on drivers suspected of violating the hands-free cell phone law. Under the current law, drivers are not allowed to hold a phone or an electronic communications device while operating a vehicle. That means no talking, texting, or using an app. Violators can face fines, and those caught violating the law twice within 3 years will get a point added to their driver's record. Police say that text, phone call, email, or social media post is not worth the risk to yourself and to others on the road. If you have an important phone call to make or need to enter driving directions, officers suggest drivers pull over to a safe parking spot before doing so. They also advise people to silence their phones before driving or put it somewhere where they can't reach it. Funding for last Friday's enforcement operation was made possible by a grant from the California Office of Traffic Safety through the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. The big road improvement project at Pacific Coast Highway and Hawthorne Boulevard is now in phase 2 of construction. Goals of the project are to widen the intersection, improve traffic circulation, add lanes, and improve pedestrian amenities. The project will impact traffic, so be aware that through lanes will be reduced from 3 lanes to 2 lanes in all directions, and left turns from both the northbound and southbound traffic on Hawthorne Boulevard will be reduced from 2 lanes to 1. To learn more about the project, visit TORRANCEPCHHawthorneproject.com. For the first time since March, California made it back into the worst category for COVID-19. Increased virus transmission landed a total of 13 NorCal and Central California counties in the high community transmission category as set by the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. A county's community level is based on the number of new COVID-19 cases, new hospital admissions, and the number of hospital beds filled with COVID-19 patients. When a county has high community spread, the CDC recommends wearing a mask indoors, but it's still not a federal mandate. So far, the only county to reinstate its indoor mask mandate is Alameda County. Residents and visitors there must wear face coverings once again inside grocery stores, offices, and other indoor gathering locations. The CDC updates its map of community transmission levels every Thursday. If the spread continues, more California counties could be bumped up to this high transmission category in a few days. Melatonin poisoning is becoming a bigger concern across the country. Last year, the U.S. Poison Control Centers received more than 52,000 calls regarding this issue. The callers reported that children were consuming too much of the sleep aid. Most calls were about young children who got into the bottles by accident, as some come in the form of gummies. And most of the hospitalized children were teens, many of whom were believed to be suicide attempts. Reported melatonin poisonings have been increasing for at least the past decade, with the largest increases happening after the COVID-19 pandemic. Between 2019 and 2020, the count shot up by 38%. According to the study, the annual number of kids taking melatonin jumped by a total of 530% during 2012 to 2021. The lead study author, who is from the Children's Hospital of Michigan, warns parents not to leave melatonin on a nightstand and asks them to put it away in the medicine cabinet. Researchers say melatonin is a hormone that helps control the body's sleep cycle and is a medication that has the potential to cause harm if not used properly. Melatonin is sold as a supplement, not as a drug, and is unregulated, meaning the U.S. Food and Drug Administration does not have oversight over the purity of ingredients or the accuracy of dosage claims. The study was last published on Thursday by the CDC. Well, still ahead, our Torrance teens wrap up Mental Health Awareness Month with some activities focused on mindfulness. We'll be back in 60 seconds with more.
There's just something special about this place. It feels like home, a living room under the sky and trees. I know, right? The fresh air and the vast expanse of green, all here for us to enjoy and to care for. We have a responsibility to look after this earth we call home, to preserve it for generations to come. Every small action contributes to a bigger change, and every one of us can make a difference. The forest feels like home, a place where memories are made. And together, we can preserve and protect it.
At the end of every episode of Torrance Today, we want to leave you with a positive story from our community that fits the theme for the day. Let's make today a Mindful Monday. A group of Torrance teens at the Attic wrapped up Mental Health Month in May with some thoughtful activities, including this public service announcement about empathy. The local teens made this video for high school students everywhere who may be struggling with their emotional experiences. They also took some time last month to fold origami figures. Organizers say this activity can help with focus, mindfulness, and can even be a form of meditation. The students also wrote kind thank you letters to those who positively impacted their lives. And for their last Mental Health Month activity, the teens created word art in the form of bracelets, reminding themselves to breathe and stay positive. What a great way to unwind after a long day at school and bond with your friends while doing something healthy for your mind. Thank you for sharing your journey with us. Well, that's our show for today. Let us know if you have a positive story to tell by emailing us at torrancetoday@torranceca.gov. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow with more news from and for our Torrance community. Have a great day.